Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
The North Dakota Department of Health is reporting another death of a patient with COVID-19, bringing the state's death toll to 24. The death was a man in his 70s with underlying health issues in Cass County. Another 46 positive cases were reported Saturday, bringing the total positive count to 1,153. 30 of those are from Cass County, with 510 people listed as recovered. 643 cases are considered active. 32 patients are in the hospital. That's an increase of 5 from the day before. The North Dakota Department of Health and the North Dakota National Guard will be hosting outdoor drive-up COVID-19 test events both tomorrow and Monday. The events will take place in the west lot of the Fargo Dome and will be available for people who have been in close contact of someone that has tested positive for COVID-19 over the age of 12 and for essential workers. The event Sunday runs from noon to 4:30. Mondays will run from 1 p.m. to 5:30. The health department says the goal is to test 500 people per day. For more information on the event, find this story on the Valley News Live app. Well, it's the first weekend since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic where businesses are able to have customers back in their doors under new guidelines. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly tells us how one restaurant serving the community for decades is coping with the new changes.
The North Dakota diner Kroll's has customers back in their booths after weeks of being closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Coming back out, it just makes it feel like it's getting back to normal. Still doing social distancing, but it's still nice to be out and about.
Many said that they are excited to once again sit down and enjoy their favorite dishes at the diner. But Kroll's general manager Rick Jager says getting everything back up and running has been no easy feat.
It's been a lot of work. We did a lot of work ahead of time, just because we, in anticipation of reopening, and so we've been out purposely buying sanitizer and making sure we have enough product to get reopened.
Jager says since reopening, one of the largest challenges they are faced with is the new seating arrangements, with Kroll's already having a limited space. But getting even a percentage of their customers in their doors is an exciting time.
It wasn't bad doing the takeout orders. It's just takeout orders are there's a lot of prep time. It's a lot more work to do a takeout order than it is to have a dine-in order, because you're packaging things up and trying to make sure you're not forgetting anything, because once they walk out the door, it's too late if you did forget something. So it's nice having customers in the restaurant again.
In the decades that Kroll's has been open, it's like nothing they have ever dealt with before. But the staff says they are working together to make sure the customers can once again come and enjoy a meal safely. In Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
If you would like to read the current regulations for businesses in North Dakota, head over to the Valley News Live news app and click on this story. Well, as businesses reopen this weekend, many people are going back to work for the first time in weeks. While some may be looking forward to it, there are others who are concerned about catching COVID-19 while at work. But can an employee sue their employer if they catch the virus while at work? According to legal experts, that's an open question. However, workers' compensation typically doesn't cover viruses.
The difficulty still is, like the flu, is tracing it back to actually catching or conceiving the illness at work. I mean, especially with society becoming more and more open up, to trace it back to where you caught it is going to be the question.
Schwegert also recommends that business owners call their insurance providers about coverage for employee lawsuits. Well, Minnesota has 498 new positive COVID-19 cases as of today, with an additional 24 deaths, 2 from Clay County. The death toll is now at 395 in the state. 389 patients are hospitalized, with 135 in intensive care. Overall, nearly 80,000 tests have been completed, with 6,228 total positives. 2,397 are listed as no longer needing isolation. And Fargo police tell Valley News Live they responded to a call of gunshots early Saturday morning. The incident happened at 12:41 a.m. on the 700 block of 23rd Street South. Once on scene, officers found multiple casings in a parking lot just north of the area. Fargo police are still investigating and ask anyone with information to call the tip line at 701-241-5777. Well, if you've stepped outside at all today, you already know it was a windy one out there in the valley. Let's check in with our First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli from his home for the latest. Justin?
And thank you, Beth, and good evening, everybody. Yeah, lots of sunshine. It would be a nice day if it wasn't for that wind. Temperatures actually near normal for this time of year, even though we did have that northwesterly wind. Let's take a look at the current temperatures around the region. And we are near 70 into the Sisseton area, mid-60s into the Fargo out toward Jamestown region, Lakes Country, mid to upper 60s, and some lower 60s and upper 50s into the northern half of our viewing area. Not bad for this time of year. Lots of sunshine around the region, but we did keep that breezy to windy northwesterly wind. Right now, still up there between 25 and 40 miles per hour. Other than that, we have mainly clear skies across the region. Just a few passing clouds, especially in our really far north or northeastern counties. Have a little storm system up there. Other than that, it looks like we have mainly clear skies going through this evening. Temperatures falling back into the 50s through the evening and into the 40s overnight, and the winds will diminish. Now we'll take a look at that full 7-day forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Justin. Well, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un made his first public appearance in 20 days yesterday as he celebrated the completion of a fertilizer factory near Pyongyang. The North's official Korean Central News Agency reported that Kim attended the ceremony with other senior officials, ending an absence that had triggered global rumors that he may be seriously ill. It was Kim's first public appearance since April 11th. Speculation about his health swirled after he missed the April 15th birthday celebration for his late grandfather, Kim Il-sung, the country's most important holiday. It was the first time he'd missed the celebration since taking power in 2011. Today, Joe Biden flatly denied that he sexually assaulted former Senate aide Tara Reade in 1993, as she alleges. Biden says that to the best of his knowledge, Reade never filed a complaint against him, and he's asking the Secretary of the Senate to release his records from back then. Here's CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
In his first public remarks since the allegations surfaced, Joe Biden on Friday explicitly denied the assault.
I'm saying unequivocally, it never happened. And it didn't. It never happened.
Tara Reade, who was a 28-year-old staffer in Biden's Senate office back in 1993, says he assaulted her in a Capitol Hill hallway.
I remember his hands underneath my blouse and underneath my skirt, and his fingers penetrating me.
Reade says she later complained to the Senate Personnel Office, but that her complaint didn't mention sexual assault. On Friday, Biden called for the release of any record of Reade's complaint.
If it's there, put it out, but I've never seen it.
Senate personnel records are managed by the Secretary of the Senate, who didn't respond to requests for comment. Some have questioned whether there's a mention of Reade in Biden's personal Senate papers housed at the University of Delaware. Biden insists there isn't, and said he doesn't want them released yet because they're mostly political.
All of that to be fodder in a campaign at this time, I don't know of anybody who's done anything like that.
Last year, Reade recounted what she considered to be inappropriate touching by Biden. In March, she made the more serious allegation of assault. Biden didn't directly answer if he remembered her.
Do you remember her?
I don't remember any type of complaint she may have made. It was 27 years ago.
The campaign later said that Biden did not remember her. President Trump, who's been accused by more than a dozen women of sexual misconduct, said Friday he found Reade to be credible.
But I would just say to Joe Biden, just go out and fight it. It's one of those things.
Reade, who said she supported Bernie Sanders, tells CBS News she didn't make her allegations of assault sooner, like when Biden was vice president, because she had a young daughter at the time. Now she's speaking out because, quote, I wanted to show my daughter you can stand up to power. Well, later on Valley News Live at 6, how one North Dakota community is recognizing its senior class.
And temperatures made it into the upper 60s for the day today. We should be into the mid 60s, and it looks like temperatures are on their way down, but we'll end out the weekend with more sunshine. Details coming up.